Okay, so you're feeling that itch.
That pull towards something more.
Right.
Yeah.
This deep dive is going to unpack some powerful ideas from this piece we're calling pasted text.
Okay.
It paints a pretty bold picture: radical transformation, financial freedom, escaping the 9 to 5,
Yeah.
all in just 1 year.
Wow.
But let's be real.
Ambitious.
Is this achievable or just another motivational hype fest?
It's definitely a compelling vision.
Right.
And I think it's smart to start by acknowledging why this kind of message resonates with so many people. You know, that desire for control over your life,
Yeah.
the dream of financial independence, and that longing to break free from the ordinary.
Yeah.
These are powerful motivators.
Totally. And pasted text really zeroes in on that feeling.
That hunger for something more.
Yeah, as the crucial first step.
Absolutely.
But then it dives into something we all struggle with: fear.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, the fear of failure
It's real.
that can keep us stuck in a rut.
For-
So, how does pasted text reframe that?
What's fascinating here is how pasted text reframes fear.
Okay.
It argues that fear isn't necessarily a stop sign, but more like a flashing yellow light.
I see.
It's a signal that you're pushing your boundaries, stepping outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And that's where real growth happens.
Okay, I like that analogy.
This is a good one.
But it's still fear, right? I mean, if you're thinking about quitting your job to start a business,
Oh, absolutely.
that fear of financial instability is pretty darn real.
Totally.
How do you get past that?
Well, even the most successful entrepreneurs have likely faced those same fears.
I guess.
Imagine Jeff Bezos, back when Amazon was just an idea brewing in his mind,
Okay.
leaving a secure job to launch an online bookstore.
Right.
That had to be terrifying.
Yeah, good point.
Right.
But fear or no fear, you need some serious skills to make that kind of leap.
Definitely.
And pasted text really emphasizes 3 core areas:
Okay, let's hear them.
sales, marketing, and building strong customer relationships. So important.
Right.
And what I find really interesting is the text's emphasis on accessibility.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need an MBA
Oh, thank goodness.
or years of corporate experience to master these skills.
Yeah.
They're out there for anyone.
Right. It basically says,
Spend an hour a day learning and practicing, right?
yeah.
And you'll be amazed at what you can achieve.
And that's where the learner in you can really shine.
Absolutely.
Think about it. Carving out just 1 hour each day adds up to 365 hours of focused learning over a year.
Wow.
That's a game changer.
It really is.
Okay, so you're diligently putting in the work, learning the ropes.
Putting in the time.
Yeah, but then comes the real challenge, actually taking action.
Oh, tell me about it.
And let's be honest.
It's way too easy to get stuck in that procrastination loop,
Yeah,
waiting for that mythical perfect moment to start.
right. So what's the antidote to that?
And pasted text is like,
Just do it.
nope, don't wait. Start taking action, even if it feels small or imperfect,
Like those baby steps. It even uses the analogy of a baby learning to walk.
right?
They don't wait until they've mastered running before taking those first wobbly steps.
Exactly.
So true.
And those baby steps are crucial because they build momentum.
Each small win,
Yeah.
each bit of progress fuels your confidence and keeps you moving forward.
But even with all the momentum in the world, you're bound to hit some roadblocks.
For sure.
So how does pasted text address those inevitable setbacks?
It comes down to resilience
Okay.
and not just gritting your teeth and pushing through, but actually using those challenges to grow stronger. The text actually says, resilience isn't just about holding on, it's about growing stronger through every obstacle.
Wow, that's powerful.
It is.
But how do you actually cultivate that kind of resilience?
Oh.
It's easy to say, don't give up.
Yeah, keep going.
But what happens when you hit a wall and you're feeling totally discouraged?
I think it starts with shifting your perspective. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, try to see them as valuable data points.
Interesting.
Each obstacle is an opportunity to learn, adjust, and refine your approach.
So rather than beating yourself up over a misstep,
Yeah.
you analyze what happened,
Right.
extract the lessons,
Yeah.
and use those insights to fuel your progress moving forward.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
it makes sense.
Yeah. And that ties into a key theme that runs throughout pasted text.
Okay,
This idea of shifting from seeking opportunities to creating them
okay. I'm really intrigued by that idea.
is powerful stuff.
So we've acknowledged those deep-seated desires, faced our fears, honed our skills, take an action,
Right.
and even learn to embrace setbacks.
Yeah.
But what does this transformation actually look like after a year of following this roadmap?
It's kind of exciting to think about.
Is.
The text paints a picture of a life driven by purpose,
Yeah.
where you're not just clocking in and out,
It's different.
but building something meaningful.
Yeah, the captain.
You're no longer waiting for permission or the perfect opportunity. You're creating your own path.
And I bet you finally have a great answer
Oh, yeah.
when your family asks.
Huh.
So, what do you do for a living at holiday dinners?
It's not awkward anymore.
No more vague explanations or awkward silences.
I love it.
Right. Because now you have a story to tell. A story of passion, resilience, and creating something you truly believe in.
You got it.
But is this all just a pipe dream?
The million-dollar question.
Can someone really achieve this level of transformation in just 365 days?
It's definitely an ambitious timeline,
That's true.
but Pasted Text makes a point that I think is really important.
Okay.
It argues that true transformation isn't about reaching some final destination. It's about the journey itself.
Okay, so it's less about checking off a list of achievements
There-
and more about the skills you develop, the mindset you cultivate,
Exactly.
and the person you become along the way.
That's the real transformation.
That's a really powerful way to frame it.
It is.
So let's say someone is listening to this and they're feeling inspired by this vision of transformation, but maybe a little overwhelmed by the prospect of making such a big change.
Sure, I get that.
What would be that first concrete step they could take?
Well, Pasted Text lays out a pretty clear roadmap.
Okay.
And that first step is simply acknowledging that feeling, that yearning for something more.
Okay.
That's the spark that ignites the whole journey.
Okay, so you tune into that feeling,
Yeah,
you acknowledge it,
acknowledge it.
and then what? How do you move from that initial spark to actually taking action?
That's where confronting your fears comes in.
Okay.
Remember, fear isn't the enemy.
Yeah.
It's a signal that you're on the right track, pushing your boundaries and moving towards something truly worthwhile.
So rather than letting fear paralyze you,
Yeah.
you use it as a guidepost, as a way to identify the areas where you need to grow and learn.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then it's about building those core skills.
All right.
Remember, sales, marketing, and building strong customer relationships.
Yep.
These are the building blocks of success.
And we talked about how accessible those skills are today.
So accessible.
You don't need a fancy degree or years of experience to start learning and practicing.
Anyone can do it.
Right. And that's where committing to even just an hour a day of focused learning can make a huge difference over time.
Compound growth.
Like compound interest for your skills.
Exactly.
So you're feeding your mind, honing your skills, and then it's about taking action, even if those initial steps feel small or imperfect.
Even those tiny steps.
Yeah.
Building momentum, embracing those inevitable setbacks as learning opportunities.
Yeah.
And ultimately designing a life that truly aligns with your values and aspirations.
It's a really powerful vision, and I think there's a lot of wisdom in Pasted Text's approach,
There is.
but it also raises an interesting question. This roadmap focuses on individual transformation, but how does that intersect with the bigger picture, the rapidly evolving world around us?
I see what you're saying.
I mean, technology is advancing at lightning speed.
It's crazy.
The economy is constantly shifting,
Totally.
and AI is rapidly changing the landscape of pretty much every industry.
Every industry.
How do you navigate all of that uncertainty while also focusing on personal growth?
That is a fantastic question.
Right.
And it's something we'll actually be exploring in depth in our next
But
episode.
it's right.
Specifically in the context of AI and entrepreneurship.
Become a successful entrepreneur with AI solutions.
That's the one.
I'm really curious to dive into that.
Me too.
But before we jump ahead, let's make sure we've captured the essence of this deep dive.
Sounds good.
We started with this bold idea of achieving radical transformation in just 1 year.
A complete life makeover.
Right, with financial freedom and a work life you love.
That sounds like a dream.
We explored why this message resonates with so many people,
It's powerful stuff.
tapping into that universal desire for more control, purpose, and fulfillment in our lives.
It's universal.
And we unpacked the key elements of the roadmap laid out in Pasted Text. Acknowledging your desires, confronting your fears, mastering essential skills, taking consistent action, and developing resilience.
That resilience piece is so key.
Yeah, not just to survive challenges,
Right.
but to actually use them to fuel your growth.
Love it.
And we talked about the importance of shifting your perspective.
Shifting your mindset.
Yeah, instead of seeking opportunities, you start creating them.
I like it.
And instead of viewing setbacks as failures,
You reframe them.
you see them as valuable data points that help you course correct and continue to evolve.
It's all about that growth mindset.
It's about becoming an active participant in your own life.
Yes.
Shaping your future rather than just letting it happen to you.
You're in control.
And that's a really empowering message.
It is.
Absolutely. And I think that message is even more relevant in today's rapidly changing world.
It's essential.
It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect opportunity. It's about taking ownership and creating your own path forward.
Couldn't agree more.
That's such a great point. But what about the tools and technologies that can help us on that journey? That's where AI comes in, right?
Yes.
It's like the ultimate tool for navigating this complex landscape and turning our aspirations into reality.
Powerful stuff.
So it's not just about AI replacing jobs or automating tasks.
It's so much more than that.
It's about AI augmenting human capabilities and empowering us to achieve things we might not have thought possible.
Exactly.
Okay, so for someone who's listening to this and thinking,
This all sounds amazing.
yeah, but where do I even start with AI? What would be your advice?
Well, first of all, don't be intimidated.
So true.
There are tons of resources available online, from free courses to user-friendly AI tools that are designed for beginners.
So it's really about taking that first step, that initial leap into the world of AI,
To jump in.
and then just starting to experiment and explore.
There's-
And remember, the beauty of AI is that it's constantly learning and evolving.
Always learning.
So the more you use it,
Yeah.
the more it learns about your needs and preferences,
Uh-huh.
and the more it can assist you in achieving your goals.
Like a personalized coach.
It's almost like having a personalized coach or mentor that's available to you 24/7.
Right there in your pocket.
And that brings us back to the theme of this deep dive. Transformation.
It always comes back to transformation.
It's not just about external achievements or material success.
It's an inside job.
It's about that internal shift, that evolution of mindset and skill set that empowers you to live a more fulfilling and impactful life.
And that's what I find so inspiring about Pasted Text.
Me too.
It's not just another get-rich-quick scheme.
No.
It's a call to action to step into your full potential, to embrace the power of learning and growth, and to use all the tools at your disposal, including AI,
Right.
to create a future that truly aligns with your vision.
Well said. So, to our listeners, we leave you with this final thought.
Okay, hit us with it.
The world is changing rapidly.
That's for sure.
And the future is full of both challenges and opportunities.
It is.
But the power to shape that future lies within each of us.
We have the power.
Embrace the journey of transformation, never stop learning, and remember that AI can be an incredible ally in helping you achieve your goals and make a meaningful impact on the world.
What a great message.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.